Hello there, thanks for joining us. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new permanent residency pathway that has recently been announced by the Canadian government for persons who are currently inside Canada temporarily and who are engaged in an essential type work. Now, essential work for the purposes of this new immigration pathway is both work carried out in certain healthcare type jobs, but also work carried out in other types of jobs that are defined as essential, especially within the context of the coronavirus. So we'll have much more information on this. We'll be able to answer your questions about what are the eligibility requirements, so who qualifies, what is the deadline, what is the quota, what is the maximum number of applicants who will be accepted under the program. We'll have much more information on these after the break. As always, remember to like our videos so others may see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel so that you will be notified when we publish new videos. And lastly, don't forget to check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis, and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer, and I help skilled workers who are inside Canada and those who are outside Canada to become Canadian permanent residents without having to deal with all of the complicated immigration rules that are part of that process. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about yet another new permanent residency pathway that has been created by the Canadian government specifically for persons who are working as essential workers inside Canada. All right, so those persons who are here temporarily and who are currently engaged in an essential type job may be able to apply directly for Canadian permanent residency under this new stream. And so we'll be going through that in much detail. And so the name of this new program, as you would have seen here, is Temporary Public Policy to Facilitate the Granting of Permanent Residency for foreign nationals who are in Canada, right? But also for persons who are outside of Quebec. There's a separate program for persons who are inside Quebec. The focus of this video will be for persons who are outside of Quebec and who have recent Canadian work experience in essential occupations. And so we'll be talking about what exactly are essential occupations, which occupations are eligible, and what type of Canadian experience is required. So let's do that now. So firstly, in order to qualify, right, eligibility requirements, in order to qualify, you must have completed at least 1 year of full-time work experience, or it can be part-time experience, but the part-time work experience must be the same. It must, when added up, it must be equivalent to 1 year of full-time experience, which means that if you worked on a part-time basis over the last 3 years, if you worked on a part-time basis in an essential occupation, then you must have completed at least 1,560 hours in Canada, all right, within that, working in that essential occupation in order to qualify. And this is over a 3-year period, okay? And the occupation must be listed, must be one of the listed occupations, and we'll be going through these. They're listed, they should be listed in either Annex A or Annex B. Okay, and this must have been over a 3-year period. And so there are two streams, okay? The one stream deals with essential workers in healthcare type roles, and the other deals with essential workers in non-healthcare type roles, okay? So stream A, for stream A, the 1 year of work experience must have been acquired in one or more occupations listed in Annex A. All right, and you cannot combine that with B. And again, we're going to be going through that in detail. While stream B, the experience must have been acquired rather in one or more of the occupations listed in Annex A and cannot be combined with Annex B. And again, we're going to be going through those occupations in Annexes A and B in detail shortly. Secondly, you must have been employed in Canada in any occupation at the time that the application for permanent residency is received. Okay, so you must be currently working in Canada in any occupation. Okay, it does not have to be one of the listed occupations. You can be working in a completely different occupation, but you must have, at least in the last 3 years, you must have had at least 1 year full-time work experience in one of the listed occupations. At the time you apply, you must be employed in any occupation at the time your PR application is received. Okay, so there's a distinction there. It's important to note that. The employment must meet the definition of work. That is standard. Work means any activity inside Canada for which you are going to be compensated, any activity for which wages are paid or commission is earned. Okay, any paid labor in essence. That's work. You must sit an English language or French language test and score at least a level 4 in that test. That's going to be important. You must live in Canada with valid status at the time you apply. So if you're outside Canada, even if you worked in an essential occupation while you were inside Canada, you would not qualify. You must be physically present inside Canada at the time you apply, and you must have valid status. Okay, if you're it means you must have a valid work permit, you must have a valid study permit, or you must have a valid visitor record. If those have expired, you may still be able to apply if you're able to apply to have your status restored. Okay, so if you're eligible to restore your status, then you still may apply even if your permit has expired. And you must intend to live in any province outside of Quebec, other than Quebec, because this program is specifically for persons who are outside of Quebec. Naturally, you must have submitted an application. So at the point in time you're applying, you must have submitted an application in accordance with the policy guidelines for this particular pathway, and so on and so forth. And you must meet the other eligibility requirements, including the requirements around the need for you to be admissible to Canada and not be inadmissible. And that's a whole nother video talking about things like criminality, medical inadmissibility, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you must meet those requirements separately in order to be eligible. Family members, your family members may also be able to apply, whether they are family members in Canada or family members outside of Canada. And of course, you need to always bear in mind that for Canadian immigration purposes, under Canada's immigration law, a family member for the purposes, for this purpose, is a dependent spouse or a dependent child. Now, a dependent spouse can either be your married partner or your common law partner, and your dependent child may be any child who is under the age of 22, or in some exceptional circumstances, it could be a child who's older than 22, but a child who suffers from certain mental or physical disabilities and has been dependent on you before they turn 22. Those children would be eligible as well. But the bottom line is, the more important thing is that you may be eligible to include your immediate family members on the application, whether they are with you inside Canada or if they are outside Canada. Of course, there are some specific requirements which must be met, which we will not be going through for the purposes of this video, but we're always happy to provide guidance with that separately if you reach out to us about it. But we just wanted to help you understand what the general requirements are for this program. Now, because it's a temporary program, meaning it's not a permanent solution. It's a one-time pathway that has an expiry date. There's a cap on it. So for Stream A, the cap is 20,000 applications. Okay, and we'll go through the types of jobs that fit into Stream A again shortly. And if it's a Stream B, then it's 30,000 applications. Of course, there's the standard permanent residency fee. And applications open on the 6th of May 2021, and applications close on November 5, 2021, or will remain open until the cap is reached, whichever comes first. Okay, so those are important. Now for the eligible occupations. Now, let's start with the health-related occupations. If you are working in one of these occupations, or if you have worked in one of these occupations in the last 3 years, then you will be eligible rather to apply under this program, assuming that you meet the other eligibility requirements. So you see all types of nursing roles, doctors, dentists, pharmacists, dietitians, audiologists, a long list of eligible occupations, respiratory therapists, denturists, and so on and so forth. So these, social workers, psychologists, family marriage counselors, and so on and so forth. Okay, family, marriage, and other related counselors, and so forth. Okay, home support workers, home support workers, housekeepers, and related occupations. So it's a long list. Nurses' aid, orderlies, patient support associates, PSWs, all of those roles would fit under the category of eligible health-related occupations under Annex A. Then there's Annex B, which is for other essential occupations that are non-healthcare related. Again, if you're in one of these occupations currently inside Canada, you're working in one of these roles on a work permit, or you've worked in one of these roles in the last 3 years on a work permit, then you may be able to apply for permanent residency. Roles such as cashiers, service station attendants, store shelf stockers, clerks, order fillers, other sales-related occupations. Now, these are roles that would not ordinarily qualify under the Express Entry program. So this is really huge for persons inside Canada who are in non-professional or non-skilled trades type jobs. This really opens up a lot of opportunity for a lot of persons inside Canada. Then there are the trade type jobs, the electricians, the industrial and construction type jobs, a long list: iron workers, plumbers, carpenters, tile setters, you name it, a long list of eligible occupations. Installers, material handlers, transportation, transport truck drivers, bus drivers, delivery courier service drivers, taxi and limousine drivers. A very, very long list, a very inclusive list. Air transport and ramp attendants, a very, very long list of potential persons who may be able to apply under this program. Laborers, other trades helpers and laborers, harvesting laborers, people who are into the farm working business, who've been working here for at least 1 year. Landscaping, ground maintenance laborers, and so on. Oil and gas. So it's an extensive list. Cleaners, okay, retail salespersons, mail distribution occupations, agriculture workers, general farm workers, and it goes on and on and on. Managers in agriculture, contractors, laborers in food and beverage processing. A very, very extensive list of eligible occupations. And so what it means is that if you are currently in Canada, you are working in any of these occupations, and you've been working in this role for more than a year, even if it has been on a part-time basis, you may want to move quickly to apply for permanent residency under this new permanent residency pathway. So I trust you found value from this program. And as always, remember to like our videos so others may see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel so that you may get more videos like this. And check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. Thank you. See you again.